All right, guys, welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. I know I did not tell you guys that I was going to be talking to another king today, but it was a surprise to me, a surprise for you guys, a special surprise. So I know y'all know how animated I am. Y'all know I love my graphics. Y'all know that about me 100%. So, of course, I got some chains up here. So that should be an indication of what this live is going to be about today. It's going to be a fun live. Y'all sit back, you got your coffee on no time. I think it's 12. 11. It's not. It's still early. You can still drink. Okay, if you got something, sip on something. This is Ready to Love Dallas that we are discussing right now, and so I am very excited to bring to the stage King. I call all men King. You gotta know, that's my black man, Marvin from Ready to Love Dallas. Welcome to Commission Reviews. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy to have you here, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes, yes. First of all, welcome to these reviews, and how are you today, sir? In the
I'm
podcast,
fine.
hot
Yeah,
as
I'm
hell.
fine. Thanks.
It's hot as
Mm.
hell, though. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. This isn't my first Texas summer. I had one last year, so I'm kind of
Okay.
used to it, but you still don't get used to it. You know
You
what I'm saying?
don't.
So
I've been here for forever.
yeah,
I still get used to it.
I
So,
saw
sir,
that
let me
103 degrees, and it was just like, oh my
look.
God.
It was 108 the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, how we living here?" Anyway,
Yeah, that's a lot.
uh, so speaking of Dallas, first of all, Rich Love coming to Dallas is a really big deal to myself and other bloggers, especially to me because I've been doing Rich Love for so long. I've been begging them to come to Dallas. So now that it's here, I
Hmm.
am so crooked about that. Okay, so you, I feel like, I want to say, and I said this on my panel. Um, I feel like own is opening their horizons, their minds, everything by bringing you on, and that's the reason why I'm saying that. But first, before we get into that, I want to know how was that you even got on? You're a very attractive man. Okay, I'm not saying it should mean anything. I know people say this all the time, but I'm just saying. How would you get onto a dating show, a reality show, on Oprah's network?
Well, I moved to Texas from Detroit, and love was one of the main reasons why I moved. I want to get married next couple years, so
Mm.
that was the main reason. And then on social media, one of the casting uh, agents messaged me on my Instagram, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take it. Let's take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I had been dating in Dallas since I've been here, and hadn't found what I was looking for, so I fell back from a dating mentality, and then so when I got that message, I'm like, okay, let me look into it. And then another casting agent messaged me on my Facebook. So
Mm.
and I actually had to turn them down because I had already filled out the application. Um, but while we were filming, I thought about it. I'm like, man, this opportunity came to me twice. So that's why I felt like I was
Mm.
supposed to be there, and that was the route I was supposed to take. So I just said, hey, if this is where I'm supposed to be, this is where, fate has brought me, and where my cards are laid, then I'm gonna just go with it and put my all into it and see what happens.
Oh, I love how you said that because it came to you twice. That made you think that this is something that you meant to do. So
Yeah.
tell me a bit about your experience, the vetting. I know I've talked to a few people about it. Everybody's experience is different. Do you feel the vetting process was heavy? I say that because a lot of times when the show is in the reunion comes on, fights happen. The
Hmm.
cast members or bloggers or even fans, oh, they didn't vet him enough. They didn't know they was like that. Da, da, da. So that's why I always ask in the beginning, do you think the vetting process was like good, too much, or not enough?
I I mean, honestly, I don't know. Um, I don't know how extensive the vetting process is really meant to be, because we did psych evals. I talked to
Mm,
psychologists and all of this and everything, but then there's still situations on the show that happen that typically wouldn't probably happen if people were more emotionally and mentally under control. So
interesting.
um I think, but again, it's reality TV. You don't want
Yes.
everybody to be proper. You don't want everyone to be a certain way. You want a different combination and variety of personalities and energies to combine to create these situations so people want to watch. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, wow, the psych eval
Missed a
missed
lot.
a couple times, but it is what it is. So I just was like, okay. I know I'm good mentally and emotionally, so I was like, let me just focus on what I got to do while I'm here and not worry about all the other stuff. So
Did you watch the show in the past
no, it
before?
was funny. I was never really into reality TV. I'm a nerd, and see this funny thing about it. Episode one, 12 hours we filmed it, and I had extensive conversations with pretty much all the ladies. And I had multiple connections after that day, but they literally only showed maybe 5 or 6 seconds of me talking to Unique. And I'm like, so what was the point of me having 12 hours of conversations if that's all you were going to show? But like I said, I'm a nerd, so I'm into different things when it comes to that. So I just like, it more of my personality hopefully will be shown in future episodes. So I'm just like people are thinking that I'm just like a one track mind, or I'm just like, this certain type of person based off of the limited interactions. And of course, they've only advertised my BDSM interest and things like that. I'm like, God, there's so much more to me. But if that's the
Right.
route, that's how they want to present me to the world for rating purposes. I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, come on now, show me as who I really am. As a man that's multifaceted and multi-talented, and with the different things that I can do, and that I do. But BDSM is more controversial, is more popular.
It
So,
is.
or
It is. But
I
before we
get
even
it.
get to that, but before we even get to that, I wanted to hear more about you anyway. That's my whole
Hmm.
point of doing these interviews. What is that
Yes.
you want them to know besides just that? That's all that we do know, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into a lot, man. Well, first of all, I'm from Detroit. I got a 17-year-old daughter. She's amazing.
Oh,
She just graduated high school, got a full academic
yes.
scholarship to Oakland University, majoring in marketing. I'm super proud of her.
Oh, I would be
Um,
too. Yes. Yes. Excellent.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
have.
wonderful.
When I married, thank you.
I got
After I
college
get
kids too,
married,
baby.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I want two more kids. I have three sisters. I'm the only boy. My mother came from a two-parent home, and this is stuff that I was talking about with everybody when we're kind of briefly going through our background, so I can find out if someone's background matches mine. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, I feel like I'm telling the same story to each woman like eight, nine different times, and then some of the women I circled back and had second and third conversations with them that day too. So it was a lot that was missed in episode one for me, which is unfortunate. But also, I think they changed my voice too. It made me sound like my voice was higher, or they sped it up or something. Because it was really, I'm like, I had friends text me like, Marvin, why they got you sounding like that? I'm like, no idea. So,
I went back and listened to it. You do sound a little compared to now. Like we got the whole Barry White going on right now. On there,
well,
it did
that's what I'm
sound a little
saying.
different.
This is my normal speaking voice, and I'm just like, okay, that was different. So when I watched it, I thought something was wrong with my TV. I'm like, why? And I do music also. That's another thing. I sing and produce R&B and Afro beats, and I understand EQing. And it felt like it sounded like they took the bass out of my voice. And I'm like, why would they do that? Because another thing that made me notice it is I have a theater system in my bedroom, and I have a subwoofer under my bed. So when you watch movies, you feel the bass from the action of the explosions and the gunshots and everything like that. So when I'm watching the movies and people are talking, you can feel the bass, But when I spoke, it was nothing. I'm like, okay, they changed my voice.
But why? What would be the purpose of doing that for?
I don't know. I don't know. Strategically, I don't know if they were trying to make it seem like, okay, yes, this is the big BDSM guy with the light Mike Tyson voice. And I'm just like, if that's the
Mm.
joke, the running joke they were going for to try to make people, but I'm like, it's okay because when I get onto my interviews and when people see me perform, they'll know, okay, he sounds way different than how they perceive me on the show, how they made me appear on the show. So, like I said, I'll see if that was an
The
issue with
reason,
whatever was going on, or if
right?
that's how they continue into future episodes. But I'm just like, it was kind of irritating.
So
But
you had the. I'm so sorry. You had the music career going. So was that how they were able to find you? You said that the talent producer sought you out. Was it that you were just
well,
so popular, or I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, well, I'm popular in the BDSM world, in the LS world here in Dallas. So as far as like the vanilla world, the civilian world, people that aren't into that lifestyle, I'm still new. But as far as in my community, I'm well known. And I don't know if that was an attractor or because of the shows that I do, where I perform BDSM live, and I sing at my shows also.
Oh wow,
And
interesting.
yeah, so it's like it's a whole erotic, it's a
It's a
whole
whole
evening for the erotic
experience.
arts. Yeah, that's why I call it the Bow Experience, because there's so many different things, and I have friends that are poets that perform live. These female poets, they're dynamic Black women. And they're amazing poets, amazing artists. So they perform at my shows with me as well. Then I have friends that are BDSM performers that perform at my shows as well. So it's a whole experience, you know. So doing those shows, I'm probably at my eighth or ninth show, with the last one I did a couple months ago, and my next one is next month, the Dirty Show. I think that'll be like the ninth or tenth show or something. I have to go back and look, but I think that gave the appeal because it is something different, and it's something that I am trying to bring light to because
Hmm.
I always believe, and here's the thing, me and Tommy are kind of in the same business, but in a different fashion. I believe that couples that play together stay together. Lovers Lane, their motto. I swear by it. So for me, it's like if I can teach couples to have more fun in the bedroom or try something different, so it could save marriages. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of my premise behind giving instruction and teaching people how to operate and how to perform in BDSM to take it home. Or I have people come up to me all the time after I perform, and it's like, man, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm like, cool, take it home and use it. And you know what I'm saying? And have fun, because life is short. You know what I'm saying? I saw a video the other day that really opened my eyes. I'm like, they were saying like 35 and 40 is middle age now. And I'm like, wow, like that hit me like, it hit me tough. You know what I'm saying? So it really made me like realize like, yeah, life is short. Have fun, be you, do what you want, because you may look up, in 10, 15 years, and that phase of your life is past, and you look back and have regrets. And I don't want to live life with any regrets. So
Well, I love that. Monique King, one of my supporters and moderators, actually, she said she's going to your show August 18th. I want to go to one of your shows too. We're gonna put the magazine. I want to go where you say.
yeah, I'm performing at the Craving Experience on the 29th, but my show, the Dirty Show, is on the 18th, like as she said, August 18th. Actually, August 18th and 19th. It's a 2-day erotica expo.
So I might have to see if I can try to get in because I wouldn't mind experiencing. I've never experienced it before, so I want you to tell me a little more about that. Honestly,
Hmm.
okay, I'm a person of color, woman. I've really, like you said, vanilla. I'm using that just so you know, like how you phrase that, the vanilla. So that to me is what you would assume that is into that. To be fair, not saying that we don't be into different things, but you know
Right.
how we're closed off as black people. We really are sometimes. So how did you get involved with that? Because I would just look at you and say, "Oh, he's involved with there," or Tyrone or whoever. So it's
Yeah.
amazing to hear when we do things outside of what we think that we do. How did you get started?
2008, I was initiated into alternative sexual lifestyles in a large group setting, and I had five experiences. And then 2009, I met. This is back when I was modeling, commercial print and runway. 2009, I met my ex. We were together for 6 years, and we were swingers. So I experienced a ton of different things during that era, and that's when I initially started exploring BDSM with her. And then moving forward after that relationship ended in 2014, I continued my lifestyle pursuits just privately. And then I started getting into BDSM even more. Started buying toys and buying restraints and things like that. And then I think this was around 2017 or 18. I had two submissives, two full-time submissives,
What
and
does that mean? I'm sorry. What does that mean?
women that pretty much submit to pleasures with me, as far as
Okay,
restraints and floggings and things like that.
intriguing.
Being dominated, referring to me by my dom name, and I gave them submissive names and things like that. So it was a whole like it was a whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So and then when I moved to Texas, that's when I discovered that there was a whole community. a whole black community for what I do, and I was embraced like immediately by that community. And as I started performing more and reading more publicly, I just my name just grew and grew and grew within the community until I got to this point to where now it's like
You're
it's
known.
yeah, yeah.
You like the hit the okay, so coming on to a show like Ready to Love, and you said you hadn't watched the show before.
Oh
What?
no, it was funny. My father was like, "Well, you better watch the show before you get voted off the first day, so you know what you're getting yourself into." So literally, the day before the Mansion Mixer, I called off and I binged watched 9 episodes of the first Miami season.
Okay,
I think it was six, if I'm not mistaken.
okay. So, what was your take watching the show? Even though you've already signed up for it, what was your take watching it?
It was cool. It was a little jarring, realizing like,
Mm,
okay, this is what I'm about to get myself. This is what I've gotten myself into, and it was like the
yes.
next day, so I was just like, oh my god. But it looked fun. It looked exciting. And I've been on set before. I shot 2 episodes of Empire on Fox some years back, so I have a production experience. So I wasn't worried about that. But the reality format is different, of course. Non-scripted, but slightly directed. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was cool though because it allowed me to really be myself and not have to worry about reading lines. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm the actor, I'm the creator, and I can and the persona that I present, I can be myself, and speak the way I normally speak, and that be my character, that be who I am, representing
Mm.
myself as who I am on the show. So it was fun. It was hot. It was very uncomfortable. It was a very uncomfortable 12 hours, but I had a great time.
So it's because you said you're uncomfortable, and it's funny because the thing that you do as for your lifestyle, outside of that, you're so comfortable. When you talk about it, it's like your chest is out. You're very confident, and even probably in that world, you're like probably king. And even with the thing you threw me off saying like submissive, because I mean I believe in submissive part in your marriage, but when
Hmm.
you speak about it in your terminology, it's different, isn't it?
Oh
When
yeah,
you
yeah. Yeah, so, submissive in a marriage and the submissive in a BDSM relationship is a different. It's a totally different thing.
oh your
I
face
mean,
told that.
it's still submission, but it's a deeper level of submission. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But it's all for me. I'm turned on by the pleasure that my woman receives. So the things that I do, this is why I said I'm a sensual dominant because there's two different types of doms. I'm a sensual dom, so
ah.
the things that I do cause pleasure. I don't like causing pain. That does
Mm,
nothing for me.
right.
But seeing my woman experience otherworldly levels of pleasure, that's what gets me going. You know what I'm saying? So the things that I do
Okay.
in sensual domination all create those otherworldly levels of pleasure. And that's what I was trying to explain on the show. But when you're limited and then it gets edited, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm,
only so much of that message you're going to be able to convey, and convey to the viewers, because all they heard was BDSM, chains, and
right.
domination. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I was like, okay, when I start doing my interviews, I'll be able to explain more,
Yes.
or speak on what they cut out, to create. Because I understand, like for example, at the mixer and throughout the season, we had to give them 3 connections, but they chose which one they wanted to present to you to the world to steer the narrative in the direction that they wanted to. So it's like, okay, I get it. You see what I'm saying? Which is why they only showed that bit of my conversation with Unique, but she wasn't even my top connection at that point. You know what I'm saying? So um, I have to wait to see what further episodes, what they present in further episodes. But like I said, there's a certain narrative that they wanted to create, certain people that they wanted to create the narrative for moving forward, and that's what they did. And I get it, because when you sign on to something like this, it's like, okay, you film it, you give up the choice of what you want to present. You see what I'm saying? And they present what they want to present of you. So it is what it is.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Ready to Love itself.
Hmm.
We're only one episode in, and everyone's kind of giving. And I'm be honest with you, when Ready to Love comes on, the bloggers, and then also the fans, they start doing the narratives. This person
Hmm.
is a comedian. I'm being sarcastic or not really, the cook, the chef, whatever. I feel like Ready to Love is really. like I said, with you as an example, completely change that, the format that they've been doing for the past few years. I know
Hmm.
you say you just watched it, but it's been like the same type, whatever. So with
Yeah,
that being said, um, how do you feel about this show actually a person finding love? Is it possible? This is your first time doing Ready to Love, doing a reality show. Do you think it's actually possible to find love?
it absolutely is. It
Mm,
absolutely is. Yeah, and as long as everyone, for the most part, has the right intentions, like I uprooted my whole, and this is another thing that I said on the show that they didn't air. I literally uprooted my life partially to come down here and find love. So I went on the show with the intentions on like, okay, I'm gonna see what this group of women has to offer. If I meet somebody, cool. I do understand though that the likelihood for me was very slim because of my life, but my lifestyle. You see what I'm saying?
mm,
And the odds of me finding someone that was like, okay, bet I'm down. Let's ride. Let's go on this adventure, this journey. I knew it was slim. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I went into it with an open mind and open heart.
okay, okay. So you believe that could? I mean, because the whole thing is they think it's fake. I'm gonna be real with you. Over the past few years,
Hmm.
that's been the consistency. Is that it's been a fake show. I
Yeah.
don't believe it's fake. I believe there probably have been fake parts. Maybe
Hmm.
not necessarily production, necessarily because of the cast. But I do believe it's possible to find love. It just hasn't been a lot of results. Then we just went through this whole thing with Simone Rashid. People are just
Hmm.
like, damn, that's one we was like, okay, we got that one. And
They broke
it's
up.
very yeah, they broke it. It was a big thing. So it's
Oh,
only
okay.
yeah, so it's only a I think there's one where Reva, I think that and Mario, I believe, are still together. But like I said, that there's nobody else. So the
Wow.
fans have lost the hope. Yeah. So all these years, we're seeing on season 8 that they've kind of lost that hope that there's going to be a couple that actually last. And oh, I'm sorry, Joy. We have Joy and Cliff. We have them
Did
too.
didn't someone get married recently,
Well,
or was
Joy.
that not recent?
No, no. They got married, but it was like we didn't know about it. They did it kind of undercover behind the scenes. So
Oh,
that's why
okay.
it's not really known about it. Rashid and um, Simone was all over the show, and the engagement was there. So the fans invested, everybody's invested, so they broke up.
Hmm.
And so a lot of
Wow.
fans look at Ready to Love like, okay, well, does anybody ever find love? That's why I asked that question because you experienced it for your first time on a
Yeah.
reality show, and then this is Ready to Love. I want to know, do you think it's possible to find love in this process?
No, like I said, as long with people having, I understand that not everyone has the right intentions. People come for whatever reason they come for, but I know for a fact that there were people that I did believe that were on the show in my season, that were actually there for the right reasons. Like I said, I know I was there for the right reasons because I mean I have a lot going on, you know, with what I've built, with my brand before the show.
Yes.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So for me, I looked at it as an opportunity to possibly find love,
Mm.
So that's why I said I went all in, and really really invested myself in the process intentionally. So
Do you think that the lifestyle that you've chosen may have also reason why you were not dating? Was it a hinder or was it a help?
honestly, my lifestyle didn't affect my dating since I've been in Dallas. It was all because I felt that I didn't find the right woman. I'm very particular in a lot of things, especially that stuff, but I'm particular in who I want to spend the rest of my life with. So if I meet someone and they don't fit the requirements that I have, and they don't fit the my standards, and they don't fit my life, then it's just not going to work.
Mm,
And that's the main reason why I was so forthcoming with the information about that part of my life, because it's like
right.
I want to X out the ones that's not for me immediately,
Mm,
because I know we don't have a lot of time, and I need to know who's for me and who's not, who's an option and who's not. You see what I'm saying? So it's like even in regular dating, if I tell someone like, yeah, I'm a dom, I perform, I'm an erotic author, I read, and they like, oh really? I'm good. You react like that, I'm good, because I know your mind
yes.
isn't open enough to accept and
Mm,
that type of thing. And if you don't have an open mind, then that means more than likely you're probably not going to be a cultured person. You're going to be closed minded to a lot of things that the world has to offer, and that's not me. So that's an immediate deal breaker. But when it piques a woman's interest and she's like, oh really, tell me more, or then I'm like, okay, we can talk and we can go in and I can tell you more details about it to see if that's something you can handle. And if it's not something you can handle, it's no hard feelings, because for one, I understand who I am and I understand and know what I have to offer a woman. And I just have to find the right one. And
Right.
once I find that right woman, she's going to be a very happy woman for the rest of her life. So it's like, I'm good. I'm just patient.
Mm. So, question. So, if you meet a woman who does give a question mark,
Hmm.
why not give that woman an opportunity? Would it be what if she's doing it because she doesn't know a lot about it, not because it's or I can't believe it, but more or less I've never experienced like myself, never experienced it, never known anybody that was involved with it. So for me, it's always like, wow, this is intriguing. I'm not just on my lifestyle, but still intriguing since I don't know anything about it. Have you
Yeah.
had those
Oh yeah, and
situations?
in those situations, I don't mind educating. That's what I do. I educate people and I teach people about it, whether they're interested in implementing it into their lives or not. But when it's a situation like that, it's always like a two-part response. Either they're like, "Oh my God, well, tell me more about it," or they're like, "Oh my God, I'm good." You see what I'm saying? So,
Mm,
so it depends on how their reaction really goes, and if there's something that they do want to learn about, that they're just like, because it's always a shock factor. You know what I'm saying? But when I tell someone that, it's like I get a series of the same questions over and over again throughout anyone I talk to. Like, well, where do you get your inspiration from? Where do your stories come from? They want to kind of, dig in a little bit, and then that's when I tell them about it. Kind of like it's kind of like a slippery slope. Okay, we got to go down a rabbit hole. If I'm gonna tell you the story, I'm gonna tell it all, you know,
mm,
um, because again, I need to know if you can handle this going forward, and if not, it was a pleasure meeting you. Good luck on your journey. You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes sense.
So that's really what it boils down to. It's just like, red pill, blue pill. Are you going to, learn more about it, or are you going to reject it?
I'm not red, blue pill. So when you met the ladies and meeting them and telling them about that, how was it received? I know the camera doesn't
um,
catch everything.
it was maybe like 60-40. Most of them were intrigued, and some of them were like, okay, yeah, that's not for me, but I do want to learn more. Which I was totally fine with. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I had several conversations with ladies that were intrigued, that wanted to know. And I was even told, by one of my castmates, that most of the women were intrigued, but they were just too shy or embarrassed to say that, and
Mm,
have and put their business out there, that they're into those, or interested into those kind of things, which I understand. Not everybody is as open as me, so I understood that was going to put me like at a handicap, because it's like they're interested, but they can't say they're interested. You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
it's like, okay, I get it. So the ones that were like openly interested, we had those conversations, and like I said, you guys will see those, moving forward,
Yes.
if they show
They
those
show us.
conversations. Yeah.
So when I remember at the because y'all already know I was at the premiere party and I literally was like 5 feet away from him and you were
Hmm.
watching the show on screen. You were really trying to watch it. Did you watch it again when you got home because it was so loud and you couldn't really hear it originally?
Yeah. I watched it Sunday after the premiere. In my theater system, in the room. That's how I found out that my voice had been altered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Initially, was
yeah.
the first episode. What was your initial thought? Like that first episode you watched, you was like, I just because y'all don't get to know watch it until you see it on screen with us. So I want to know what
Yeah,
was your initial thought.
my initial thought was like, wow, this
Your
is real.
face.
You know what I'm saying? It's really out there now, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I watched it from the perspective of me being there, and I also kind of observed it from a neutral standpoint, like kind of like objectively, to where it's like, this is a good show. I see like I said, I kind of got invested with it when I did my little marathon the day before the mansion mixer. That's why I was like, okay, I just kept, watching the episodes. I go grab some food, come back, watch another couple of episodes. So it's a great show. I love the concept. It is putting black excellence and class and black love on the forefront,
Hmm.
and with as far as like what the people, what the my castmates do, their lives, their professions. I mean, it's reality TV, so it's not safe from drama. That which you guys will see eventually. I think you saw a little bit in the trailer for the next episode.
Oh yeah.
So that's to be expected, but that kind of stuff is what really kept me away from reality TV all these
Mm,
years, even watching it as a patron, as a viewer, because I don't like seeing us act like that. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I don't like seeing our women act like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just like I'm good. I'll stick to Marvel and the nerd movies and Game of Thrones and things that I'm into. But like I said, when this opportunity came up, knowing that I was here in Dallas partially to find my wife, I said, hey, take a chance. Fortune favors the
So
bold.
hey, so the family, your friends, they all knew about you going on the show. What was there? How they react to it? Did anybody have anything to say about you going on a reality show? Because people get scared. You're gonna, I know you, or you gonna be on TV. Anything?
No, no. Everybody's been supportive of me. My daughter even. I talked to her yesterday. She was like, "It's weird seeing you on TV, but I'm proud of you, Dad." Like, she told me that she loves my progression that she's seen from me during since I've been in Texas, what I've built, with
Right.
my brand, and then getting on the show, and then moving forward and everything. So I've gotten a lot of support from friends and family, people that love me, which I don't expect anything less. You know what I'm saying? Than from them. But when the premiere came out and the promotional pieces started coming out, then they was like, "Wow, this is you did it! Like
You're
it's
on the
about to come out.
show.
It's yeah, you're there." So it's like cool.
So as far as the type of show, well, any reality show, cast become like a
Mhm.
sorority house or family, whatever. I know there's gonna be some drama coming up, but at the end of it, do you feel like you guys kind of just are like a I don't want to say dysfunctional family because it's reality
Mhm.
TV, but you know what I'm saying? The line between
Yeah,
you and the
no,
line.
there were definitely friendships that sparked from this. Like Chris, me and him are real cool.
I love
And
Chris.
the pardon me.
I said I love Chris.
Oh yeah. He's a great guy, man. And then just the guys in general, we all kind of formed like this brotherhood, that we've kept going forward. And I'm close with a few of the ladies on a friendship level. We're like you said, we just established friendships, so there were things that did come from this show that I'll take on, and continue for years to come if that's what happens.
Yeah, because I was just like I saw some stuff online today. With, even Quentin posted something about the me addressing the man to the producers on the first day of film Ready to Love. I said, "What happened?" That's why I was
Yeah, no,
like,
no, no. He told us about that. It was an inside thing. It was funny.
"Oh, so it was like a joke or whatever." Okay, okay,
Yeah. No, no,
okay. Because I
he wasn't coming for us. Like he was like, guys, I'm about to do this video and like don't take it personal. But this, I was like, oh, okay. So when we saw it, we were all cracking up.
okay, that's all. Let me ask him about it. I said because I didn't want to post. I said because it looked like a joke with the stuff in the background. So I was like, let me just ask just in case. I said, but I didn't think it was nothing bad. It did sound like a joke when I listened to the audio of it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
let's get into something real quick, baby. Now, so you know already that I did
Hmm.
post a picture or some stuff on IG. Now, and people are questioning. Are you single? Are you dating? You let everybody know what's going on in your world, sir.
Okay, so that I am talking to someone that I met when the show ended. So that's pretty much what that is.
Okay, so y'all could just stop. That you heard from him. Okay, so
Right.
it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing. I know Simone and Rashi actually met, even though they're no longer together. But they
Hmm.
actually met after the show was over. It was always thought they met during the show, but no, they met after. So a lot
Right.
of cast members do find love once the show wraps. I love it. So the
Yeah.
reunion gonna be crazy. Um, every year it is. You don't have to tell me.
Oh, the
That you,
reunion? Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So was that a different experience for you? Because you seem like you're super chill, kind of laid back, and not really get into conversations and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some yelling involved. So I'm saying,
Oh yeah, the reunion was there were tense moments. But like you said, I'm pretty chill, man. I keep my energy. Um balanced. I'm a Libra, so I don't like to get too, you know, too up or too down. And if I do get hype, I bring it back down to normal balance levels really quick. So when things happen like that, I'm just like I observe, but I don't get involved.
So we've already had our first elimination, and we're going into the second one here. Just coming here. I know
Mm,
that Brandon was dragged a lot because of him. Speaking of remarrying his wife again, and then I know how baby was sitting back watching your brothers being dragged in the streets because of the things that they said.
hmm
Like how I know you guys probably look out for each other. How are you dealing with that? Because that's right there on
I'm
the screen.
honestly, I'm not. I mean, that has
Hmm.
nothing to do with me. You know, he chose to present himself to the world the way he chose to present himself to the world, and you know, the response that he gets is the response that he gets. You know, the only thing I can do is focus on, you know, how I presented myself, how I carry myself. You know, he's a grown man. You know, so it's like if that's how you want to act, if that's the things you want to say to women, you know, do you, bro? But you
Oh,
just got to be. You have to be understanding to deal with the consequences that come with it. You know. So
100%. You said a mouthful. 100%. Because they are getting dragged, baby.
oh,
So
I trust me. I've seen. I'm just like ah.
see, well, I'm kind of getting some guys together. I haven't started yet. We're doing a panel. I like to hear men's thoughts. I think men do not have a space where they can speak and
hmm
be comfortable to speak and not be penalized for their thoughts. I would love to have you on there because, I love what you think. You're very chill. You're very open, and I can tell you'll listen. So I
Yeah,
would love to have you on there. You're everything.
I'm down. I'm down. Definitely, I appreciate it.
Oh my God, you were such a good interviewer, such a good person to talk to. Tell me about your book before we get out of here. You said you're an author.
Okay. So yes, I have a book of erotic short stories. Most of my stories are written from the woman's perspective, so I put women in the position of power and dominance that they aren't typically in our society due to toxic masculinity and social sexual hypocrisy. So, um, it mainly stemmed from that long term relationship that I was in because I was able to see the beauty of allowing her the safe place to be who she was sexually in that lifestyle that we live. So I'm like, you know what? It's not right for me to live my best life and have threesomes and have all the fun that I was having, but then say she can't have that fun. You know what I'm saying? So it really like opened my mind to that, and it got to the point where I enjoyed watching her have fun. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's where me becoming a stag came into play years later. That was like the root of it. But my stories put women in those positions of power to live their best sexual lives. So women that can't do it in real life can live vicariously through those characters. You see what I'm saying? Um,
Beautiful.
and and then I have samples that I wrote called shorts, but the stories in the book are extensive. They're bigger scenes, more characters. You know, they're like mini movies when you read them. You know, so because my details, I always say the devil's in the details. So
Yes, I
uh,
say it too.
the pictures that I paint are very, very, very clear. You'll feel like it's you. You'll feel like you're there, or you're watching it. You know, like fly on the wall perspective, like you're seeing it happen. You know, so
Oh wow. So
yeah, and
I'm gonna put all his stuff, his links that you guys can reach all of his material and all the things um in this live. So you can click on the live and all his information will be there. I want you guys to be able to see all the things he's bringing to the world. I'm sorry, what were you saying, baby?
oh no, I was just saying. Then also I have a gift box called the Boa Box. It has I have a wine brand called Yokubo, and it has the box has the book, the wine, a wine glass, a candle, a vibrator, a handwritten thank you letter from me. And it's in a really nice black box with the satin ribbon. It's a really nice presentation. I'll have more the graphics and everything on that. But it's on my website right now, available for purchase, as well as my pictures of it are
So
on my Instagram.
I'll be getting a gift box soon, guys. I'll do an unboxing.
Yeah,
So you guys
yeah.
can
You
see.
come to the Bow Experience. You come to the show. I'll have one there for you.
Oh, okay. We can work it out. I got,
Yeah,
but I'm not sure
I'll have one.
if I can get tickets still. I
Nah,
gotta check
you're
on that.
I got you you going to be on my VIP list, so you'll be fine.
Oh no, okay. Let me go and take off for it now. So guys,
Yeah, make sure you're
I'm
available
vlog
on the
all that.
18th and 19th because
Oh, I'm
it
putting
is
it
going to
in.
be yeah,
I'm putting it
it's going to
in.
be fun. Fun night because we're
Mhm.
see so my shows this show is actually different because I'm collaborating with Artgasmic. They're an erotic art exhibition, and Amon is the curator, and so we have 20 erotic artists, painters, and sculptors that'll be presenting their work. And then also we'll have burlesque dancers, live body painting. Um, my erotic poet friends will be performing. I'm performing music and I'm performing my audio story. So what I do now and have done in my last couple shows is I took one of my stories and turned it into an audio book. But I took the sound effects and everything that I put in the audio story and played it live in front of the audience and then read the story over the audiobook sounds. So it's a completely different and immersive experience because you're hearing me read, but then you're hearing all the sound effects
Yes,
from the story. It's crazy,
gotcha.
man. People loved
Wow.
it. So I'll be doing that story at the Dirty Show also, and then at midnight is the VIP after event where they'll have but we'll have our BDSM performers. I have 9 of my BDSM friends from that'll be doing things from like fire play, electro play, floggers, and impact play, wax play. It's all kind of different things in that world that'll be presented, and then people in the audience can go and talk with my BDSM friends or myself and experience those things if they want to. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Well, I already took off just now as we're talking. I went to the system. I already took off for August 19th. So that's the day I need the VIP for
Yeah,
August 19th.
exactly, Erica. That's actually the nickname. I call it the black box.
Oh, that's see. I'm also
Yep.
gonna tell you guys the whole experience. I'm gonna vlog the whole thing so you guys can see it, and I'm gonna do an inbox of the box. I'm excited. Oh my god! Woo!
Yeah.
You talking about you scared? I'll be scared. I'm
Scared
scared a little
already.
bit.
Don't be scared. Listen. don't be afraid of a good time.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, guys, look, yeah, Demeter already has his Instagram. Oh no, she already has his book. Actually, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
good.
his book. She's been actually putting the book and his Instagram in the chat. So please go and check them out. I'm also gonna put these same links you see here in the description so you guys can go and follow and check everything off. Oh my goodness. Confession says, I'm waiting for you to get that Cyber Steel, sir, in your dungeon.
Well, see, that was a friend's dungeon that I was in. Like I said, I have a lot of several BDSM friends that either have their own dungeons or they do what I do and perform in different places. That was an event I went to, a party I went to at a playhouse, and I was just in one of my moods. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights. So I brought all my toys and my floggers and paddles and things like that. I had a great time. So I just took that little picture before the party got started, of the playroom because that was actually my first time playing there, even though I had been to that house before. So it'll definitely be somewhere that I'll go back and do future demonstrations and scenes and everything. Actually, okay, that's a different event. That same house that the person that throws that event, I'm performing at their event on August 12th. It's a hotel takeover called Angels and Demons. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. But yeah, that it's again it's a whole underground community, man, that people don't know about, but it's kind of coming to the surface, and what I'm doing is shining light on
You
a part
are.
of yeah a part of our culture, a part of Black culture that people don't talk about, and don't really know about because again, like I said, before I want people to make informed decisions because it's easy to make a snap judgment based off of limited information. Like, oh, that's that. I don't like it. Okay, but if you actually learn a little bit about it, understanding, and that's why I say this world is lacking so much understanding, and if I don't like something, I'm still going to get an understanding of what it is, so I can say, okay, I know why I don't like it. But if I just see a box and say I don't like what's in that box, but you haven't seen the contents, how can you actually know? You know what I'm saying? But again,
Mm,
if your mind isn't open enough to even think like that, you're not gonna think like that. So that
I
that's
agree.
that's where I'm really like wanting to educate people on this world because what you have to understand is it is a huge part of Black culture that people just don't know about. Like our
At
community
all.
is huge.
Right.
The DFW community of what I do is huge. Which is why I've been put in the position that I'm in that community, because I've gotten so much support.
Well, I'm glad that you shined light over here on Commission Review because I had no idea. I got
Yeah.
my time put in. I will be going to his show August the 19th. You guys will be with me. I will take you through. I'm probably gonna wear something popping and sexy because it sounds like it's gonna be some, so
Oh
I gotta be
yeah,
looking great.
I'll shoot you. Each day has a theme, so I'll shoot you the information.
Oh Lord
You
Jesus.
see you. Yeah, they're theme parties. They're theme parties.
Please let me know. I got time. I got plenty of time. So please tell me now so I can get myself together because I will be. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a thing. So I'm excited about this whole situation. Oh my
yeah.
God. Oh, you on YouTube too? Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube. Oh, the video. Did I
You
put
could
that
have went.
video on there?
Hold on. This is what I'm saying is because you could have went live with me on your YouTube channel. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I had no
Oh,
idea.
okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next time for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you through my own live, and I'm gonna tag you in it. I had no idea you had a YouTube channel. What?
Yeah, my other one. So my other YouTube channel, the one I had for a while, got deleted because I put a BDSM video, and they were like, "Strong sexual content, you're done." And I'm like, "Oh, geez." So I
Yeah,
had to be
yeah.
easy with the BDSM and sensual massage. I do sensual massage also, and I have to be careful what videos I post on there because it's like my only other option at this point is looking like OnlyFans because it's not like it is strong sexual content, but there's no penetration, there's no actual sex.
Right,
It's
right, right, right.
impact play.
So
So
YouTube is very. You gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful on everything. Even I now with
yeah,
that. So even that word, I'm
yeah.
like, look, because
But actually,
we didn't think.
I have a couple videos on my Instagram of me doing BDSM scenes. So
Okay.
Instagram was cool for what I posted, but YouTube wasn't having it.
No, they do not. And you're right, confession. It's gonna be it. My time already put in. So y'all, you heard it here live. So I need my VIPs. I don't want.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. Because I'm gonna have a table with all my guests, so it'll be.
Oh
I'll say,
wow. Yeah. Oh
yeah.
my God. This sounds like it's gonna be a nice thing. Okay. So anyway, guys, thank you y'all for joining me and Marvin. It was everything. Yes, it's gonna be the shit. Y'all make sure y'all follow.
Mhm.
Demeter has put all of his links in the entire chat. I'm gonna have all these links added to the description. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you, King, for coming on. I appreciate you again. Guys, make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that like button if you are new to this channel. And with that being said, we out of here. Bye.